US President Donald Trump has said that he has put an end to trade talks with Canada and will soon announce a new tariff rate for that country. Trump's action comes ahead of Canada's plans to begin collecting on Monday a previously enacted digital services tax on US technology firms, including Amazon, Meta, Alphabet, Google and Apple, among others. Trump administration's abrupt decision came as the neighboring nations were working to agree a trade deal by mid-July. DD India's Raghav Jha reports.
US President Donald Trump abruptly cut off trade talks with Canada on Friday over its tax targeting US technology firms, saying it was a blatant attack and that he would set a new tariff rate on Canadian goods within the next week. Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform, and I quote, "Based on this egregious tax, we are hereby terminating all discussions on trade with Canada effective immediately." Trump was referring to Canada's 3% digital services tax, which was enacted last year and forecast to bring in $4.2 billion over 5 years. US service providers will be on the hook for a multi-billion-dollar payment in Canada from June 30. It has been a sticking point in Canada's relationship with the US since the law was enacted last year. The 3% tax applies to larger multinational companies such as Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, Apple and Google that provide digital services to Canadians. Business groups estimate it will cost American companies more than $2 billion a year. The move plunges US-Canada relations back into chaos after a period of relative calm that included a cordial G7 meeting in mid-June where Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney agreed to wrap up a new economic agreement within 30 days. Responding to Trump's announcement, Canadian PM Mark Carney said his government will continue to engage in these complex negotiations with the United States in the best interests of Canadian workers and businesses.
We'll continue to conduct these complex negotiations in the best interests of Canadians. It's a negotiation.
Canada is the second largest US trading partner after Mexico and the largest buyer of US exports. It bought $349.4 billion of US goods last year and exported $412.7 billion to the US, according to the US Census Bureau data. Both countries have imposed tariffs on each other's goods after Trump sparked a trade war earlier this year and threatened to annex Canada using economic force. US President's latest move casts doubt on a future deal with Canada, although Trump often uses social media threats to try to gain leverage in talks or speed up negotiations he sees as stalling. Raghav Kumar Jha's report for DD India.